the studio.
Well, I just wanted to mention the queuing, if I could, just for a second.
You can indeed.
In page 5 of the Daily Star, and I'm pretty sure it's in other papers too, there's pictures of Phillip Schofield and Holly Willoughby in the queue in Westminster Hall, and and there's obviously speculation about how and criticism that they sort of didn't queue up with everybody else and sort of skipped the queue. The thing I'm most perturbed about is why Holly Willoughby's wearing a face mask, which I can't understand for the life of me. Now, I wondered, Shaun, whether she was wearing a face mask so that she wouldn't be recognised on the screen, on the camera, as queue jumping. But, of course, if that was the case, she might have told Phillip Schofield, who sort of rather gave her away because, obviously, he's so recognisable. But do you not find it bizarre that she's in there wearing a face mask?
So the face mask was worse than queue jumping. Obviously, we're joined back again by Shaun Bailey to go through the papers and what's gone on. So what do you think, Shaun?
I mean, look, if you're trying to sneak by, bringing Phillip Schofield is probably not a good idea. So I'm thinking that the mask is probably how she feels about wearing them in public, etc., etc. Her issue is, though, she's surrounded by 10, 15, 20,000 people who are not wearing face masks. I think the whole country's moved on from wearing face masks now. It's a personal choice. I don't wear one, she does. I'm not sure why she thinks it's going to be effective.
Maybe she did it to do what I've just done, which is to take attention away from her skipping the queue and to just mention about her wearing a face mask. I don't know. But, Angela, did you not think it was bizarre that she's there?
I thought it was very bizarre, actually, and I do resent people who are just sort of showbiz people, really, going through to the front when people are walking for, hours to get there. And also, in a way, you miss the whole feeling of the relationships that you can make there. Not that I'm suggesting they need friends, but I just think it's wrong. But David Beckham, sorry, brain went. I mean, he was amazing because he left at 2 a.m. but they're nearly there a whole day walking. And initially, nobody recognised him, and he was there chatting and all that sort of thing. And I thought that was wonderful, actually, because he could have easily gone to the front because he's very friendly with many members of the royal family. But he didn't because he wanted the whole experience.
And I think that's what I called it before. It's felt more like a pilgrimage. But I know there has been controversy as well, whether MPs should have been able to go in, whether staff who worked in the House of Parliament should have been able to go in. And some of the reports I've heard didn't quite get it right. They never joined the queues of the public there. You could sort of sneak in down the side, make a third sort of queue. So some people, because it is their day-to-day work, they take an oath to the Queen and the King for where they work. So the controversy there, was that right or wrong? Did it matter that whether people managed to get through because it was their place work?
Unfortunately, we're very poor at having nuanced conversations in this country, aren't we? Because the point is, I think if you're an MP, you should go. You should go. You shouldn't need to get in the queue. You can file down the other side. It is your place of work. You're representatives of constituencies, and I bet your constituents would like to think you'd been, so you should go and you should be able to facilitate that. I heard someone say, well, they're not busier than the rest of us. That may well be true, but you don't have the Queen lining state in your place of employment. They do. That's one thing. But when you get to the celebrities, the Phillip Schofields of this world, I actually know, join a queue. Join the queue. You really should join this queue because you're no more important than me. You just swanned in at the front because you're on telly all the time. I don't think that's correct. You should join the queue with everybody else because the important thing about the queue, you've used the word pilgrimage, which I think is correct, but people are giving it the time. It is so important. People are prepared to stand on their feet for 16 hours a day. And as someone who's been a security guard in these times, standing up for that amount of time is hard. If you can pop to the front after 5 minutes, I don't think you've had the same experience.
Yeah, exactly.
You haven't invested the same time.